When it comes to GOAT status, there are a few names come to mind. Michael Jordan in NBA basketball, Mariano Rivera as reliever in baseball, Secretariat, of course, in thoroughbred racing. But what about the greatest rock song of all time? Longtime Birmingham DJ Tony Kurre joins us now and to talk about a recently released top 10 list. Good to see you this morning.
The site is called the Top 10 List, and it's amazing because, you know, I did classic rock here for 26 years.
Yes.
And every year we did the top 500, and we put it up to the listeners, and of course we tested all of our music. This is where we used to have all kinds of insightful people from all over the country that would tell us what we needed to play here in Birmingham, Alabama. It used to drive me crazy because they don't know what we like here because we're a little off here. And so they would come up with a list of the songs that always tested the highest. And then we would base our top 500 off that list.
Okay.
Stairway to Heaven, which is on this list, which is number 1, was one of the songs. Freebird was. Sweet Home Alabama always is in the top 2.
All right.
But the song that always came up and I always thought it was surprising that is nowhere to be on this list, LaGrange from ZZ Top was always the top rated song we ever played in the 25 years.
It is a good one. We started the list low. We started out from 6 through 10, so you kind of ruined the spoil alert there. But Carry On My Wayward Son, Pink Floyd, all classics. Day in the Life, Beatles. I'm surprised by that one. Painted Black, the Rolling Stones, of all their songs, that one there. And Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. What are your thoughts on that list?
I think a lot of people would say that Satisfaction has been on many a list as the greatest rock and roll song written of all time.
Yeah.
So a little surprised it was
not Give Me Shelter. Not Give Me Shelter, brother.
No, not Give Me Shelter. Painted Black, a little surprising. Really good concert. Not one of my favorite songs, but yeah, Satisfaction, I'm surprised, not one of the top 10 songs.
By the way, my producer mentioned the GOAT. People consider Nick Saban the greatest college football coach of all time. Every time they had a win, he and his wife would get in the car and drive home listening to Give Me Shelter. All right, let's go about the list 1 through 5 now. And Stairway to Heaven, number 1. I don't think that list is going to surprise you very much. You know, those are classics right there.
Yeah, I think because we have a strong contingency of Leonard Skinner fans, I think free. You know, it's funny too, Mike. Look, they're all really long. Stairway to Heaven, 7 minutes long. Hotel California, 6.5. Freebird, 14.5. Bob O'Reilly, 6.5. Bohemian Rhapsody, 5.5. They have to be long to be epic, right? And of course, when you're talking about Stairway to Heaven, you really are talking about a song that was written by Robert Plant. He said he was in a really bad mood when he wrote it. It took him about 10 minutes, you know, all that glitters and gold, and boom, it was outside. And most great classic rock songs are written when you're in a lousy mood, you just had something happen to you, and it happens in 10 minutes.
Before I ask you your favorite, why do you think, though, you know, rock the way it was back and then, it kind of went out of style? It's just, you don't hear it as much anymore. There's some great bands, but not like that style.
I honestly think that there aren't enough classic rock stations out there. And of course, we have one in town. We used to have 2 or 3 in town. There just aren't good rock stations in town. And for a long period of time, we had a lot of those classic rock artists, the Eric Claptons of the world, the Hall & Oates, those bands like that. They weren't releasing material like they used to. We used to get excited about that. Sure. And then all of a sudden, there's nothing else to play.
All right, well, you've played everything under the sun. What is your favorite rock song of all?
You're going to think this is crazy. I love Everybody Wants You from Billy Squier. Every time I hear that song, it makes me happy. Okay. It's one of the songs you can never get tired of. Back in Black's another song I can never get tired of. Okay. There's a lot of other songs in there that obviously are classic rock songs that I absolutely love. But I mean, it's one of those things. Would you put a song on there because it's your favorite song, or would you put it on there because you think it should be the greatest classic rock and roll song? Stairway to Heaven, slam dunk. If you get a chance, go watch Ann Wilson sing Stairway to Heaven. It's amazing.
Oh, at the Kennedy Center Awards, yes, with Led Zeppelin there in the audience. Yeah. All right, Tony Kurre, longtime FM DJ here in Birmingham. Appreciate your knowledge. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.